Hi, people. Welcome to day 5 of November. I hope you're enjoying this vlogging so far. Like I said, this is just me and my friend challenging ourselves to vlogging every day in November, increasing our um watch hour, trying to grow our channel, and just sharing our knowledge with the people that follow us. So I'm going to be sharing thoughts, lessons, stories, parenting, family, anything that comes to mind, and your frequently asked questions, like I did in day 4. So today is day 5. Yay! We're making progress. So today, if you have questions, or things that you want me to give an advice on, to share an experience, or like I said, to share my thoughts on, please feel free to send me a message on my Instagram at Parenting United. Send me a DM, and then I will look at it and make a video. So today, where I have a question here, the question is, how do I parent when I feel like I'm drowning? When I saw this question, it's it's something that happened to me this year. So I could totally relate. And I mean, even without something big happening or something really hitting you as a parent or as a mom, life happens. I mean, you are working, you have to leave your children and travel, you have to fend for your children, you have to make ends meet. There's always one economic downing, or something is happening, or recession is happening. So this conversation is something that we have to have as parents, as mom. She was saying, how do I hold it all together for my kids? Is it okay for my kids to see me, melt down and all that? And I knew that I had to discuss this because I had an experience like this. So there's in this year, 2024, I really had a hard time. 2024, I will say, has been one of my toughest year in my life. But thank God we don't look like what we've gone through. So moving on to this question, I will say it's important. I mean, another thing too, it depends on the ages of your children. So my children are preteens, soon teenagers, and in those period of those times when I was having some downtimes, I tried to hold it, hard enough, without them seeing. But there was a particular day I had a meltdown, so I cried, and what my daughter did was that she called her dad, to say that mommy is really having a hard time. So it's important that, your other half or your children, can reach, or have a relationship with, their dad or their mom, so that if they see you having that kind of hard time, they can reach out or get some help from you. Another thing too is that my children have my friends' contact, so they can reach out to my friends if anything happening. They have my they have my family's contact. They can reach out, if anything is happening. So I will say that there's nothing wrong with letting your children know that you're having a hard time. Especially for bigger children. For younger children, it might be really, really difficult because I mean they don't understand. They just see you crying, and they will just join you to cry. But even as young as they are, you can just say, "Mommy needs a hug." Mommy needs some time out, to take care of herself. But for my bigger children, in fact, there was one particular day that my second daughter was even crying with me when I had this hard time. So I would say, because kids will find out, even if you don't tell them what is wrong, they will find out that something is wrong with you. And we don't want them to, see that deceit in us. I'll prefer that you are honest, that they're not trying to hide something, because kids will find out. They will know that something is wrong with you. And even if they don't find out, your attitude, you might start to, pull it off on them. You might start shouting on them. You might start beating them if that's what you do, taking it out on them majorly. And then, they will shift from you, which is not also going to help you. So that is one way I would say, be honest with your children about the situation. Not, don't depend on them to give you emotional support. You can say, oh, my mommy needs a hug. They give you that hug, and then you can now, deal with your problem yourself. But don't depend on them. Don't put all your burdens, on your children when you're having, that's downtime. Another thing that she mentioned, in this part is that whenever she goes to work, and comes back, she feels really, really guilty. And I completely understand. If you're a working mom, I know sometimes you can feel guilty for leaving your children, traveling away for some time and coming back. And then some parents too that have been away now want to overcompensate. Like my husband, he's barely around, but when he's around, he wants to do everything for them. He wants to overcompensate for the times that he's not around. But what I want to point out at this point is to say that it's important that your children are seeing that you're giving whatever you're doing your best. They are seeing that you're giving your job 100%. They are seeing that, oh, mommy is working, she's giving her best to her job. I want you to throw away that guilt trip, and instead, the times that you're available with your children, make it the best, So have cooking times with them, have fun times with them, watch movies together. These are the things that will help you not to feel guilty even when you're away, and most importantly, that they are learning the lesson of saying, oh, my mom takes her job seriously. You're also teaching them, something very, very important. The third thing that I want to talk about is make use of your support system. I know that we all live abroad now. We have less support system, but find a community. If you're a parent of a preteen and teen, please join my community on WhatsApp. I have lots of plans for both the preteens and the parents in that community. And please, I will crave your indulgence to help me, achieve this. So I would like us to dive into things like watching a podcast and discussing it. I mean, meeting, even if it's once a month. I mean, the moms in my community meeting once a month, where we discuss maybe a podcast, maybe where we discuss maybe a book, where we discuss the problems that our children are going through. It's important to know that in this journey you are not alone. So that thing that you feel is weighing you down so much more, the next person might have that same problem, but because we're all in our own shell, you think that you're alone and then you think the world is against you. I don't want us to feel like that this time. So another thing that will be very helpful to you if you feel like you're drowning is a community of parents, a community of different communities. So I tell people, don't have friends in one social circle. I tell my children that I have an exercise group, the people that I exercise with. I have this community I'm talking about where moms of preteens and teens. So it's important that you're in different I'm even in a book club, so I have a group of women where I discuss books with, but I'll try and see how I can put all of that in my community. So we're discussing podcasts, we're gathering together to gist trending topics, we're talking about books, if you have a workout community, good for you, because it's online, there's only a little we can do. If you have friends that you can work with, that's one thing I haven't been able to find, a friend that I can work with, exercise with, maybe walk during the evenings as I don't have anyone around here, because I like to say that when your stress goes up, support needs to increase. I don't want to make this video too long, but I hope that these points that I've shared with you will help you get raise your head a little bit, and so that that you're not alone. If you need help, always reach out. But these points that I've shared with you, I hope they're helpful to you, and I'll see you in day 6. Day 6 might be just a vlog, but if I have these questions coming in, I will just answer these questions and make them a video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've learned something new. Join my community, subscribe to this video, drop me a comment, ask your questions, and I'll get back to you, and I'll see you in day 6. Have an amazing day. Bye.